Okay, I promised that I would show you how to do some little greeting cards. These are just half a piece of cardstock folded in half. So we're going to get a little bit of white on one side of the brush and some of our red on the other side of our brush. Work it in a little bit and then come over here and we're going to do one and another, and all I'm doing is it's the comma that we were talking about earlier. Okay, and we'll do one right here and we'll get a little more white. The red's a little overpowering. Come back. You'll usually find it's easier to flip it over, do the other side. There's a little bit of overlap. Okay, so play with that. And then we're going to do our final layer. And you can do this with acrylics because they, unlike watercolor, if you tried to do this, it would all run together. With acrylic, it's not going to do that. So we're going to have our little third one in the center. And again, we're just pretty much using our comma that we were practicing earlier. And all of a sudden it starts to look like a little flower. And then we can come in and get some of our green paint. I'm thinking that these green paints are both kind of dark. I'm going to get a little bit of the red. They're not dark. They're really, really bright. So we're going to bring them down a little bit and incorporate the red feel into it. We're going to just practice making our curved lines. The harder you push, the wider it's going to be. The less you push, the narrower it's going to be. All right, and practice doing that. Then you can come in and get a little bit of your red from over here to mix in with your green. It's going to permanently change it, but that's all right. So anyway, I'm going to play with that, and we're going to get just maybe a little bit more of the purple, just to pull it together. Okay, so then we're going to come over here and we're just going to push and come down, and then we'll come over here and push and come down, and we can come back and add, oops, that didn't turn out so well. Like I say, it's a lot harder than you might think to try to do this and talk at the same time if you're not particularly accustomed to doing that. All right, so you could leave it at that. You could come back and add some little yellow dots to look like stamens, and so we're going to play with that. Probably should have had the yellow out. If I had been thinking, I would have, but since it does dry out so quickly, it is in fact better to not have the paint out until you actually need it. Then you just add some little dots. And I was trying to think what I was forgetting to do earlier, and what I was forgetting to do was that it would look better if I have some little leaves, like I'm drawing a blank what they're called, but some little, take your smaller brush, it's a number 4 brush, and just make some little and you have a little design. It's kind of cute. It's a good way to practice what you're doing without just doing page after page after page of this kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with doing page after page, but I'm assuming y'all are going to get bored. So that's the way to play, and have a good time with it. Take care.